Okay, so minor update. I ended up being a lot busier than I expected and it's already day 3. Hi, I'm Sin, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I plan on trying to see how many books I can read in 3 days. I specifically have 3 books in mind that I really want to get to. So, the first book that I have is the one that I'm currently reading actually, and that is the Brothers Grimm Fairy Tales by, of course, Brothers Grimm, it's the Grimm brothers. And I am, I think, 30% in, something like that. I'm only 90 something pages in, and this is just a collection of short stories, fairy tales specifically. Then the next book that is a pretty big maybe, so I might not even touch this one, is Please Look After Mother by Kyung-Suk Shin, but I am considering it, so I thought I would mention it. And then this is kind of the main theme of this video. I actually am only doing this video because I wanted to basically just do a reading vlog for this book, but I also wanted to do a little bit of a challenge, so it is The Poet Empress by Shen Tao. This was actually in my April TBR. It was in my April TBR, and I initially was planning on reading the digital edition of it because I had that, but then my parents happened to go to a bookstore and they told me that they saw this book there because I had mentioned it to them, and my dad said he wanted to get it for me as a gift, and I of course was like, yes, please, thank you, I appreciate that. So this is the main theme of this book. I'm going to be starting primarily with this one. I'm going to focus on this one, but I do really want to finish Brothers Grimm in this video as well, so that's why I'm mentioning this. And it just felt wrong to only have 2 options for a 3-day challenge of sorts, so that's why I brought in this one. It's also from my April TBR. These are actually all from my April TBR. I'm just really hoping that I can finish these 2 because then that will mean that I finished the vast majority of my April TBR, which, as I mentioned in that video, I'm not a TBR kind of girl. I don't really do them and I never finish them. I'll read maybe 1 book from it, and the only book that I've read from it and finished was, I think, Jane Eyre and Howl's Moving Castle. So I only did 2, which that's already pretty impressive. So I'm chuffed with myself. I'll take it. That's a win for me. But I do think that it would be nice to finish maybe 1 more so I can at least say that I completed half of it, because I had 6 books. I had 5 main books that were actually the like TBR, but then I also had 1Q84, which I'm still busy reading. That book is fat. That's a 1,000 plus page book. That's, I think, 1,318 pages of book, and I'm doing that as a buddy read, so yeah, I mean, it was my primary focus for the month, and I'm definitely taking it into May and focusing on it as well. I want to finish it at least by the end of the month, but you know, the sooner the better, because then I can focus on smaller, more fun and whimsical books. But yeah, that is the theme of this video. I'm recording this very early in the month because I have a very busy month and I'm trying to get a couple videos ready, locked and loaded to be published, so let's get into it. Super quick update, bird feeder angle again. Wow, oh my god. Okay, so chapter 14, page 73, and the tea is scalding. I was really busy yesterday, but I've had a lot more time to read today, and I feel like I can't stop reading. I think I might just keep going and just finish this book today. It is day 2. I really hope I get to finish it today because I need to know how this ends, like right now. I need to sink my teeth into this and just you know. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Oh, wind. That's nice. Anyway, but wow, so good so far. I love all the politics. obviously do not like a particular character at all. It's a very cruel character, and this book is compared to the Poppy War, so that is to be expected. It's also compared to the Song of Achilles, and I would agree, the writing is so beautiful and lyrical, just like in the Song of Achilles, but I think I can already confidently say that this is definitely going to be a 4+ star read. Everybody say hi, boyfriend. Hello, boyfriend. Okay, boyfriend's being blocked by the Poet Empress. Guys, this book is so good. The pacing is incredible. The actual plot is so good. The politics are just chef's kiss. If you love politics in your fantasy novels, this... Oh, blessings. My goodness. Anyway, if you like politics in fantasy novels, this book is going to be everything and more. And then also the writing is really, really pretty, but not too pretty. It's not like insanely flowery or anything. So if that's something that you like, if you appreciate some good prose, then again, this is for you. I will say, definitely look up content/trigger warnings, because this book is for sure on the heavier side and definitely the darker side, but I feel like that's obviously kind of just a given considering it's literally compared to the Poppy War. I mean, I feel like that's enough of a warning. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update. I am on chapter 27, page 140. I'm 36%, 37%, call it 40%. I'm almost at the 50% mark, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to stop reading just yet. So hopefully I can reach 50% before I go to bed, and then I'll finish it tomorrow. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see how this continues to unfold. I'm genuinely so just into it right now. Okay, so minor update. I ended up being a lot busier than I expected, and it's already day 3, and I do think that I will be able to finish the Poet Empress in this video, and I guess maybe if I finish it early enough I could wrap up Brothers Grimm, but I think I'm just going to title this video Reading the Poet Empress in 3 days, something like that, and making it just simply a Poet Empress vlog. And I'll keep in my intro, but I'll probably have to edit it so that it is corrected and I just say, well, that didn't work out. But yeah, so that's just a little video based update in case anyone's wondering when I clocked that wasn't gonna work. But in terms of the Poet Empress, guys, wow, I really just want to emphasize, like I said yesterday, this is such a good book. I love how character focused it is, and I feel like I'm reaching a turning point where certain characters I feel like I'm learning so much more about, and they're feeling so human. And I'm talking like villain type characters. They're being so humanized by the things that I'm learning about them, and I'm almost rooting for some kind of character arc or something. But based on the general vibe, I feel like this isn't going to have an entirely happy ending, so I feel like that's probably not the case. But I am definitely very hopeful for a 5-star read right now, because this is just so good. I feel like I've been having actually a really good reading year overall. I haven't had a lot of below 3-star books, and I've had a shitload of 4+ star books. I've even had a handful of 5 stars. I feel like 2026 is, I mean, it's really early to say because it's only the 4th month. It's the 5th month now. It's May. It's only the 5th month of the year, and there's still a little over half a year left for things to suddenly turn very south. But I feel like all the books that I'm planning on reading this year are such iconic reads that are really in my territory. So high hopes for the year in general, but also, wow guys, this book. update. So I am very close to the end of this book. I actually got really tired last night and I had to call it quits. I was going to finish this last night, but alas, couldn't do it. I am very close to the end though. I think I'm like 90% of the way through, so I have like 10% left. I am on page 336, so I think I have, what, 50 pages left? Honestly, maybe less. I think I have slightly under 50 pages left, or slightly over 50 pages left, but I am very close to the end of this book, and guys, I think it's another 5-star, and by another 5-star, I mean, I don't know when my last 5 stars, but this is definitely a 5-star. This was incredible. Not realizing I said it was incredible. I mean, it is incredible. I'm not done with it. I don't know why I said was as if I had finished it, but this is definitely going to be a 5-star. I can't imagine anything would happen in the last. Interrupted by a little bit of yappery in the distance, and I can't remember what I was saying, but point is, I can't imagine that something would happen in the last 50 pages of this book to make me not rate it 5 stars. So you should be expecting a 5-star rating at the end of this book. I feel like I'm going to be recommending this so passionately for the rest of my life. This, I would say, is basically just as good, if not as good, as the Poppy War trilogy over there. So if you've read this, read that. If you've read that, read this. Obviously only if you've liked those reads, just to clarify. Okay, so I need to do an update before I finish this. I'm, as you can see, very close to the end. I'm on page 353, so I have 38 pages left, something like that, and there has been, I guess, technically a twist, technically not a twist. Our character has been kind of going back and forth on 2 options, and at some point it started to look like she was going to choose one thing, and now it seems she's officially chosen the other option, and I don't know if I was expecting this or not, but I definitely do think that this is, if this is what's happening, this is a very interesting outcome, and I'm wondering what these last few pages could be. And I will say, I do kind of wish that there was another book coming, but this is a standalone, so I guess I'll have to see how it ends. Okay, I'm on like the last teeny tiny bit, so I thought that I would read this with you guys. Okay. There's talking in the background. Mark, while I'm reading this, I just want you to, in this video, mute the sound when my dad is speaking. Aww. Oh, that's such a beautiful ending. Mark. That's such a beautiful ending. That's such a beautiful ending. I like that. That was nice. That was really good. Okay. 5 stars. Wow. I don't even really know what to say. This was just so insanely good. I can't even like compile my thoughts into a review for this book, but I think I'm gonna quickly sit down at the computer, type. My dad's just getting louder and louder. Okay, point is, I'm gonna sit at the computer, type a review, and then I'm gonna get back and film an ending. Okay, so here I am for my outro. The lighting is not ideal, but there's honestly nothing I can do about it, so let's just go, let's just talk. So I'm going to put my review right here for you. Here's the image of my review. Wow, just wow. I mean, this book was incredible. The way that Shen Tao managed to make you really feel for some truly horrible characters was incredible. The just morally grayness of all the characters, even your main character, was just chef's kiss, done so incredibly. I feel like every single character had so many layers to them. I feel like Shen Tao really approached looking at just the humanness of all of these characters so well, and I feel like she really expressed that hunger for power, that hunger for greatness, that hunger for having done something and left a mark that is just inherently in, I think, all of us, really, just in different ways. I feel like she really managed to explore that in so many different aspects and angles. I feel like this book was just so well done. It is such an incredible story. Very big 5-star. I would just like to say this is character focused, very much so. This doesn't focus as much on the magic system. So if you're going into this going, ooh, I want a fantasy with a cool magic system and I really want to look into the magic system, this might not be it for you. But if you are interested in a fantasy novel that has an interesting and fun magical system that is kind of just there on the side, that you do explore enough to understand it, but not too much, this is for you. If you want a book that is very character focused, has some very complicated characters where they're lovable but they do horrible things, but they're also not lovable, this is for you. If you want a book that has just such strong character development, this is for you. If you want a book that focuses on the flaws of the characters as almost a main focus, this is for you. This book is such a nuanced and just absolute deep dive into characters, and I loved it so much. It was so good. I just want to recommend this. Wow, what an experience. I really did love this. And that is all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you had so much fun. Let me know if there are any books that you would particularly like me to read and do in a video, maybe similar to this one in the future. Thank you for watching. Bye!